It is the beginning of June, and it is a really busy time on the farm for planting lots of things. But one of our favorite things and one of our best sellers are dahlias. Dahlias are a tuber. They almost look like the consistency of a potato. They have that same interior white, and then the outside is the same kind of skin as a potato. And like I said, it's the beginning of June. The soil has warmed up enough where these are going to sprout, and you don't have to worry as much about tuber rot, which can happen if the soil's kind of cold. So let's learn how to plant dahlias. So here's the things you're going to need to plant dahlias. You're going to need your dahlias. You're going to need a shovel. One of our secret little ingredients is bone meal, and then you're going to want to lightly water them in. So dahlias come in all shapes and sizes. These ones are a fatter variety. This is long cress. This narrow section is called the neck, and then this part up here is called the head, and that's where the eye is always going to shoot a sprout from. This is really important because when you're dividing your dahlias in the fall, you want to make sure you hold on to where that head is, because that's where the eyes are going to produce the sprouts. Planting dahlias is super easy. That's the dahlia that we're going to plant right now. You can see the sprout on it. We want to make sure that's facing upward. We're just going to dig a hole. Make sure it's about 4 inches deep. You can see that the soil's moist below the surface. This is exactly what we want. It's not overly moist though. It's holding its shape when we squeeze it. We're going to add a little bit of bone meal. It's windy, so this is probably going to go flying. A little dusting. We're going to mix that around in the hole. Get any kind of rocks out that are in there that are big. Set the dahlia in, and we want to be really careful that we don't break that stem when we put the soil back around it. So nice and gentle, and that stem is going to be just below the surface, and that's okay. One thing to mention about watering dahlias when they're in this tuber stage is you do not want to overwater. It's important that the soil is moist, but not overly moist, because that can really promote what's called tuber rot. This tends to happen too if you plant your dahlias a little bit early in the spring, like if you try and get them in early May and the soil is still cold and moist. Dahlias are great, they're really beautiful, they're really fun to grow. I think you guys should give it a try. We've got a lot of dahlias for sale. And yeah, I hope everybody's having a happy spring and happy gardening.